Dolphins Today is presented by Aura, a all-in-one digital safety company. You can start your 14-day free trial at aura.com/chatsports and immediately start protecting your financial and online security. With that, we get into today's show. Welcome into Dolphins Today. I am your host, Will Scott. And on today's show, I know a lot of y'all are not going to be thrilled that we're talking about other quarterbacks than Tua Tagovailoa, but it's my job as the host here of Dolphins Today and our job at Chat Sports to react to any rumors we see circulating around the teams we cover. So I do want to ask you this question. Do you think Tua is the answer at quarterback for the Dolphins? Like this video if yes. If not, go down in the comments and comment why. Is Tua a franchise quarterback? So here's what Mike Florio said about the quarterback situation for the Dolphins. And Mike Florio, of course, works for NBC Sports Pro Football Talk. So he said maybe Lamar Jackson in 2023 for the Dolphins. When asked about maybe Tom Brady, he said, or Lamar Jackson, if the Ravens don't get this deal done with him. And he's made it clear that he doesn't want to negotiate this season. There's going to be a window of opportunity for them to finally do this after the season, assuming he engages. There's going to be a point where I think the Ravens get exasperated. That coming from Mike Florio. So maybe Lamar coming to Miami next season as a free agent if Tua does not perform well. That's basically what Mike Florio is saying, and Lamar Jackson has yet to report for off-season workouts with the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of rumors circulating that maybe he's unhappy with his current contract situation. He saw Deshaun Watson get paid. He saw Aaron Rodgers gets paid. He wants to get paid, and yet he has yet to receive an extension. Here's what else Florio said. I think that at some point the Ravens are going to throw their hands in the air and say, we've just got to move on. If this guy's not going to take our money, we just have to move on. You tag him and you trade him, and you maybe trade him to the Dolphins if they're looking for an upgrade over Tua after this season. So Florio's saying that the Dolphins may be the best fit for Lamar Jackson if he ends up leaving Baltimore. He's set to become a free agent next year. However, the Ravens would likely tag Lamar Jackson and then trade him to maybe the Dolphins or another team. Now, do you want Lamar? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comments section. Do you think Lamar Jackson would be an upgrade? If so, do you want to go out and either trade for him or sign him in free agency next season? Type Y for yes or type N for no. It's the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down and let me know what you think. Here's what Lamar did last season, and it was the worst season of his NFL career. Now, granted, look, I still think Lamar's a great quarterback, but that is not a great stat line. He missed 5 games because of various injuries, 767 rushing yards, 16 passing touchdowns, 13 interceptions, nearly 2,900 passing yards. It's not the same season we saw him put up compared to what he did in 2020 and 2019. He won the MVP in 2019. This is an MVP caliber player that we're talking about here, but just did not have his best season in 2021, which leads me to this next point. I don't know if Lamar Jackson is worth $45 million, which is probably what you would have to pay him, maybe even more than that. Deshaun Watson, who might not even see the field this season, the way things are trending with him and his legal situation. We'll get into him a little bit later, but he saw that $230 million guaranteed contract that Deshaun Watson got. He saw the contract that Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen got. He's going to want something in that range, which is about $45 million per year. So I don't know if I'd want to give him that money, but if Tua does not perform this year, then yeah, you might want to go out and get Lamar. You would have to probably trade for him and then give him a massive Deshaun Watson-like contract. That means that Tua really needs to silence the rumors quick, because if Tua does not perform, the rumors about the Dolphins going out and getting Lamar Jackson or going out and getting another quarterback are just going to increase. However, I do believe Tua is going to have a big year. You've given him an improved offensive line. You've given him Tyreek Hill and other weapons. I think Tua is going to have a big year, and I don't think that Lamar Jackson is going to be a Dolphin because the Ravens, honestly, would be foolish not to extend Lamar. This is a great talent they have at quarterback, one that I absolutely think that they can win a Super Bowl with. I mean, look, I know a lot of people aren't really pro Lamar. They think he's more of a running back than a quarterback. He certainly has some arm strength. I think he's a great talent. Again, we're talking about the 2019 MVP. Now, the Ravens would probably tag Lamar Jackson and not let him become a free agent, which means the Dolphins would have to trade for him. What would that take? Probably 3 first-round picks. The Browns gave up that amount for Deshaun Watson. The Broncos had to give up 2 first-round picks for Russell Wilson and a few players as well. It would probably take 3 first-round picks to go get Lamar Jackson, so you'd probably have to give up your 2 first-round picks that you have next year and your first-round pick in 2024. Now, is Lamar coming home? That's the question. That's the question we're going to have if he becomes a free agent or requests a trade next year. He was born in Pompano Beach. He went to Boynton Beach High School. That's about an hour north of Hard Rock Stadium. He was born in Pompano Beach, about half an hour north of Hard Rock Stadium. He's from the Miami area. You have to think that if he leaves Baltimore, Miami would absolutely be the favorite to land Lamar Jackson. But are you willing to give up the price it would take to trade for Lamar Jackson? 3 first-round picks, type T for trade or type P for pass, down in the comments section. I'm curious to hear what you would give up if you want Lamar Jackson. Every day that goes by that Lamar is still not satisfied with the contract situation in Baltimore, that makes it more likely that he's going to leave the Ravens and Miami would become the favorites to land him. Again, I think Tua is going to have a great season. I think he's going to shut up the haters, but if he doesn't, it is going to get loud. Cover your ears because it is going to be loud if Tua comes out week 1 and doesn't play well against the Patriots. It's going to get even more interesting in terms of the quarterback rumors. I wouldn't overreact to anything Tua does early in the season, but of course the media will. We're giving you a great deal here on Dolphins Today, a 14-day free trial with Aura. Why should you get Aura? Well, it's going to protect you from financial fraud. It's going to protect you from identity theft, as well as provide online and device security, and you get your whole family protected as well. They offer family plans to protect up to 5 people. I know producer Trace will tell you as well, we're all concerned about our online identity. We want to be protected online. We don't want our accounts getting hacked. We don't want our credit cards getting compromised. It's crazy how many hackers are out there trying to steal your information. That's where Aura comes in. That's where Aura is going to be a benefit to you. Give them a 14-day free trial. See what they can do for your online identity at aura.com/chatsports. Let's get into our next story here, and that is Rich Eisen again bringing up TB12 potentially coming to Miami. Of course, Tom Brady has been linked to the Dolphins throughout the offseason. So Rich Eisen was asked the question, is it more likely that Tom Brady is coming to the Dolphins in 2023 or Tua throwing 30 or more touchdown passes this season? Here's what he said. That's the one that's more likely, Brady coming to Miami. That Tua struggles and Brady is the quarterback in 2023. I don't think Tua is going to combine for 30 touchdowns. That's a lot of touchdowns. And I know this offense can turn in a lot of touchdowns, but he would have to go from 33 in his first 2 seasons. That's a tall order. I want Tua to succeed, says Rich Eisen, but that he's not the quarterback next year and it's Brady, that's more likely than Tua combining for 30 touchdowns this year. I am about to shut all of this down. Brady is not coming to the Dolphins. It's at least a storyline once a week. We haven't talked about it in a few months here on Dolphins Today, but it keeps getting brought up in the media. Tom Brady's not coming to the Dolphins. He's going to spend his last season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be his last season in the National Football League. Keep in mind, he retired, then came out of retirement. Kind of looks like a last dance type of situation here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On top of that, he signed the largest sportscaster deal of all time. He's going to make a lot more money in the booth than he is on the field. So I think that he's going to join Fox Sports after this season. This will be his last year in the league, win or lose in terms of a Super Bowl appearance. But the rumors are going to continue about Tom Brady to Miami unless Tua plays well. I'd love to see Tua come out first couple weeks of the season, ball out, become perhaps a dark horse MVP candidate, shut all of these TB12 rumors up. Now, what do you think is more likely? Tom Brady playing quarterback for the Fins in 2023 or Tua combining for 30 touchdowns this season? Type B for Brady or type T for Tua? To be honest, I don't even think Brady having any role in the Dolphins organization is likely at this point. We've talked about him as the quarterback. We've talked about him as the owner. But with this media deal with Fox Sports, I think that makes it highly unlikely that Brady either plays next year or even joins the Dolphins in an ownership role. But go down in the comments and let me know. Here's what our loyal subscribers here said. Shawnzy Rudolph saying, look, he had 19 total touchdowns in 13 games last season. If he plays every game with an improved offense, he should have a solid shot at 30 total touchdowns. I could not agree more, Shawnzy. Keno Smith saying, though, 15 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and then he's benched. Keno, man, not a believer in Tua, but Bobby is. He is slamming the over. Shout out to Bobby. He's a great follow on Twitter, man. My guy Bobby, a big believer in Tua. But Romeo Garcia is saying under. The Dolphins will run the ball much better. And I kind of agree with Romeo's take there. I mean, look, I think Tua is going to be around 30 total touchdowns, but you're absolutely right, Romeo, to say the Dolphins' running game will be drastically improved, which is going to take pressure off of Tua. You should subscribe if you haven't already. We're giving you Dolphins daily videos here on Dolphins Today. We're putting out a video each and every single day. So hit that big red sub button. Help us get to 26,000 subscribers. Last quarterback we're going to talk about today, I promise, and that is Deshaun Watson. We learned over the radio the other day when Rusty Hardin, his lawyer, who's not doing a very good job right now, went on Sports Radio 610 and said that he almost became a Dolphin. Here's what the Miami Herald is reporting. The deal was 90.9% done, if you need a number. It was in the middle of last season with the NFL's November trade deadline approaching. Despite the Dolphins' public denials, Miami was the one team pushing hard behind the scenes to swing a trade with Houston for Watson. Here's what Rusty Hardin, his lawyer, said on Sports Radio 610 in H-Town. Miami was the outlier. The owner, Stephen Ross, says, I'll take my chances on what happens criminally, but I'll have to have all 22 cases settled, that's now up to 24, and non-disclosure agreements, or I won't do it. So what happened was, as Hardin explained on the radio a few days ago, the Dolphins' deal for Deshaun Watson was going to happen. Stephen Ross said, if you get all of these cases settled, I will trade for you and give you a massive contract. 3 of the cases, Deshaun, apparently, this is according to his lawyer, so keep that in mind, 3 cases were not settled. I think he was up to 19 total settlement agreements. 3 cases, though, couldn't get settled, which is why the deal fell through, the Dolphins trading for Deshaun Watson. But thank God that Deshaun Watson is not a Dolphin. First of all, this guy's probably going to get suspended the whole season. You would have given up your future. You would have had to give up 3 first-round picks at least to trade for this guy. So no Tyreek Hill trade, maybe no other moves as well with some of the big free agency moves that the Dolphins made. I don't think they would have had the money to spend if you're giving Deshaun Watson that much money. On top of that, I do not want a guy like that in my locker room, period. How relieved are you that Deshaun Watson is not a Miami Dolphin? Scale it 1 to 10, down in the comments section 1,000 out of 10 that Deshaun Watson is not a Dolphin. He should be suspended a very long time, and I hope Roger Goodell lays the hammer down, but he hasn't in the past, so we'll see. Look, the bottom line is, with all these quarterback rumors, that Tua has to perform this year. He cannot come out of the gate, not perform well, because the noise is going to get loud from the critics, and if he doesn't perform well, that noise might be fair. So he's got to come out of the gate, perform well. Again, I've said it. Can you imagine if Tua balls out in week 1, beats the New England Patriots, goes into Baltimore, beats the Ravens and Lamar Jackson in week 2, you'll be coming home to Miami 2-0, facing the Bills week 3. That would be awesome. That's what I'm hoping for. Want to close the show by giving some shout-outs to our Brazilian subscribers. This is awesome, man. I enjoyed hearing you guys down in the comments the other day when I put out my Dolphins playing in Brazil video. Pedro Souza saying, watching from Brazil, Finns have a huge fan base here. Hope to see them play down here in Rio. I might have to come to Rio, honestly, if the Dolphins are playing there in 2023. Trace, are we going to Rio? Producer Trace, hop on.
Let's do it, man. We have to make it happen.
We're going to Rio de Janeiro. The Dolphins, we got to talk to our CEO, James Yoder, about funding that trip. That might be a little bit pricey. Got another sub here saying, I'm from Brazil, city of Campinas. Sorry if I mispronounced that, and I support the Dolphins because here I only played some Sunday NFL games in the late 80s, and it was always Dolphins-Bills, but there are a lot of Giselle fans. Tom Brady, LOL here. It would also be an incredible, indescribable pleasure to watch the Dolphins here in Brazil. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you subscribing. Jose Renato Barras de Souza saying, watching the show from Brazil, I'm a big fan. Thank you to all of our Brazilian subscribers. We really appreciate you watching. Thank you for helping us prove that the Dolphins fan base is global. Appreciate all of you watching our show. This has been Dolphins Today. Talk to you tomorrow. Go Fins.